Man, this stick is so nice. I miss chair. Put chair back on? No. Chair's gone now. Chair is no longer relevant for the health of this stream. But what is relevant for the health of this stream is talking about arcade sticks. For this Twitch channel and for this YouTube channel, right? Hey, YouTube, hold this video. We're gonna talk about. I'm gonna pause this. I'm gonna pause this. Oh, it already paused. Good. I'm gonna put on some different music. I'm gonna put on some different tunes. Might even turn them down. No, they're not that loud. Yeah, it's alright. It's alright. Might turn them down in my ear. Lovely. There we go. I bought an arcade stick, or I received an arcade stick. I bought it a little before, but then it had to come in, and it took a while to come in. I almost thought I got robbed. I thought UPS fucking lost my... I mean, they did, but then they found it, and they put it on a different truck, and they... Anyways, I have on my lap, currently, a Victrix Pro FS, version 2, PS4 edition. I've had it about a month now. Been a few changes to it. We'll just show it on stream. As you guys see, it's plugged in. The cable's still here. Here it is. Right? This is my most used, since I got it, joystick. I have maybe a little bit played on my Fighting Edge. Maybe a little bit played on my drone. But this has since... Did I say drone? Carbon. Sorry, my carbon, not my drone. I was going to lend my drone to someone is why I was thinking about it. This has since usurped the throne of the stick I use daily, which maybe I'll make a video on towards the end of the year, over my Horde Fighting Stick Alpha. Right? I put a few things on this. I put a few modifications. I changed out these Sanwas for silent Sanwas day 1, and I put a bat top on it like day 2. And I put like a, what was it, the Kanba Carbon, the Kanba Prism bat top, right? It was countersunk, so it was a lot shorter, and I realized I missed one thing about my Horde Fighting Stick Alpha, and it was this bat top plus the Link EX Groove. So I put a different Link EX Groove on this one, and I stole the bat top from the Horde Fighting Stick Alpha. I also put in Combo Gravity KS buttons, the same buttons that come on the Combo Q8, but not RGB. Unfortunately, we got to do some board modification to get some RGB working on these fucking buttons. And you know damn well if I feel like buying a new arcade stick, I'm gonna do that instead, because it would probably cost less money than buying a new arcade stick. Anyways, the inside, I want to talk about it. Modding this stick was really, it wasn't as hard as I thought it was gonna be. It was just kind of annoying. So there's not a lot of room in here. Like, it looks very roomy, but it's really not. Did I just break it? I think I just turned off the fucking volume. I think I just muted it. There's a few caveats to this stick, and I want to talk about those caveats here in a second. I think I figured one of them out right now. Again, there are certain things about this stick that are actually kind of annoying. They like fry me sometimes. They piss me the hell off. And I think one of them is that it's a native PS4 stick and doesn't actually have a a PC version on the board. So sometimes it just steals your audio if you do something wrong, like unplug it, replug it on accident. It just jacks your audio on PC because it doesn't have separate drivers, just like a PS5 controller would, like a DualSense or a DualShock 4. That's a problem, right? Same thing with modding on the inside. It's pretty small in here. You could probably fit some Korean levers with some dremeling. I fit a Kanba gravity lever in here. I wasn't sure if I could fit the Combo Gravity Gen 1 buttons with the screw nut. They didn't look like they would fit. They looked like they were going to be too tight. I don't know if it's a deficiency with the Vuelix layout, because I have other sticks that are Vuelix that have gravities, including my TE2. Or maybe it's just how small the area is in between the first two buttons and the top of the housing, because it's like kind of countersunk, right? There's some plastic and then you get to the aluminum shell. This Kanba gravity lever had to sit on top of a plate that's made specifically for Sanwa levers. This thing is actually not supposed to fit non-Sanwa levers, and it's not supposed to fit screw-in buttons. But I mean, you can probably make anything work if you want to make it work, right? It's not going to be a seamless experience. It's actually kind of weird that this is like a $350, $400 arcade stick, and it's not like ultra moddable. I hope on the boxing, on the new one, it does not say ultra moddable, because that's a fucking lie, right? There's only certain things you're going to be able to fit into these arcade sticks. It is really nice. It does fit the parts that I like, and that's what matters to me the most. So that's why this has become my most used arcade stick for sure. It's a little heavier than the Alpha, and I think I like that about it. I like that it's heavier than the Alpha. Like that it's got like a real nice, you can see that in the camera there. It's got a very subtle wrist rest right there. Look at that shit. It's very subtle. It's not super noticeable until your arm's actually on it. Yeah, she also kind of thick. She thick, black and beautiful. The three, she's, let's say bold, black and beautiful. She's triple B, BBB. And I'm a big fan of the cable management hooks. At first, I thought I wasn't gonna like this shit. I was gonna want to take these off. They're actually really convenient. The cable management hooks are nice because it means like you can just unplug the cable and wrap it up. Or if you want to leave the cable plugged in, you can just tie it around those, right? You can use these cable management hooks just as you would on something like a Conba Dragon. So if you never want to worry about losing your cable. There's no room inside of the stick to like put your cable in it. It's not like an Aatrox, a Panthera, a Nacon Daija, or a TE2 in that manner, but it does have the cable management posts up at the top. For being $350 to $400, I don't know if this is like the GOAT of all arcade sticks, right? But it is really luxury. It's really nice. Me not paying $350 for it makes it feel a lot fucking nicer. But I think if I had the money to buy it when it was brand new at $350, I probably would have. Oops, I actually almost queued up for ranked. I'm a ranked monster. I think I would have. I really like this stick. I'm a big fan. I don't think everyone will be. It's not for people who want to ultra super duper mod. I did queue up for ranked. Holy shit. I think I just let it go and then it turns off ranked, right? I think if you're like a super duper ultra modder, you like to be able to fit all sorts of shit inside of your arcade stick, this stick is not for you. But if you're fine for riding it out on parts you know will fit, that you've done your research on like Reddit Fight Sticks, through YouTube, through my YouTube or Twitch channel, hello, I have put, you know, gravity parts in there so we know those fit. And the parts you like fit in there, like something like a Crown New Help Me 309 MJ will also fit, right? Then this stick's probably for you. But if not, there's other ways to get like an all aluminum body on a really nice arcade stick. You probably won't be able to do that without custom, right? Unless you want to get something like a Hori Fighting Edge. But unfortunately, that's a PS4 stick and it's completely out of stock, right? You're not going to find one brand new anymore. But the used market is a wonderful place for arcade sticks. That's how I got this, and I am loving it. I'm a big fan. A month in review, I give this shit 10 meat spins out of 10. If I could pull my cock out right now and spin it 10 times, I absolutely would. This is by far becoming my most used arcade stick, and I don't feel bad about it at all. I love all my arcade sticks. That's why I have them on a shelf. They're meant to be collector's pieces anyway, so now they get to sit back there as collector's pieces as they were deemed to be, except for this Fighting Edge. I still use this every now and then for like 3D stuff. Tekken, Soul Calibur, Virtual Fighter, DLA, yada yada. This stick works for this. I will say, there was one thing I changed on the stick. This is just a me thing. I just wanted to try it. The gravity came with three different... the gravity lever specifically came with 3 different gates. I've never tried a circle gate or an octogate for more than a couple seconds. I should put an octogate on this. I've been using octogate since I swapped it over to the gravity lever. Like, I think the first day I swapped over to the gravity lever, I put on the octogate and I said, fuck it, I'm gonna try octogate, see if I really like it, see if I can get used to it. It's alright. Like, if I was handed a stick with a square gate, no problem. I can play on a square gate, still prefer it. But octogate's pretty cool. It's kind of nice. The Link EX Groove does not actually actively fit on the regular base that comes in here. So what a lot of people say and a lot of people do is, oh yeah, just buy a Link the EX Groove and put it on top of the Victrix shaft. Like, take off the Victrix shaft and just put an EX to Link Groove on. So you'll know that your detachable shaft from your Victrix is working right if you can grab it from the lever and it doesn't fall. If you do this with the Victrix Link 2 base, you will drop your fucking stick. It will fall. I'm just letting you guys know now. I'm not saying that I dropped it because I'm smart enough to put my hand under, but it did drop down onto my hand very abruptly and kind of scared the shit out of me, but I was testing it to make sure that it was actually working, and it wasn't. So I'm glad I bought that gravity lever to put in here and put a whole new Link EX Groove instead of trying to rely on like some sort of a janky system that wasn't meant to be there that way. Mixing and matching parts is sometimes fine when it comes to levers, not always. So do your research, make sure you know what you're buying, make sure you know what you're getting, make sure you know what kind of parts you like, because these things can be expensive, especially arcade sticks, the entire case, and you don't want to break something because you don't know what you're doing. Now, there are some negatives I want to talk about. I think I already talked about one. That's the case being kind of small on the inside. Not too easy to ultra mod, right? It's not ultra moddable. It's bullshit if anyone tells you it is. The Victrix doesn't have a way to program R3 as far as I can tell. I've looked through the booklet. I have the booklet right here. I've looked through this booklet like 4 times, 3 times. I can only set L3. I can't set R3. Like, if I'm not mistaken, I legit don't know how to set it. I don't know if I'm fucking stupid or something, but to be like the ultra arcade stick, to be like the best performance or whatever, it's kind of weird that you can't set the pro button, right? The L3 button is the pro button, is what it says, programmable button. But it doesn't say that you can set it to R3, and I would really like to be able to, because that's really good for practice mode. Now, I'm a fucking gorilla, I don't use practice mode, but for some people that could totally be a deal breaker. The fact that there's randomly not a way to have L3 or R3 set at the same time. You can't set both. But it does have a tournament lock feature. This button right here, boom, all the lights glow red once you do that. It has cool LED lights. It has like different phases where they like, you know, go in, go out, they change color, all that sorts of shit. It has your share, your touchpad, your options. Even has a headphone jack, which once again, I mentioned that it jacks audio, and that is one of the downsides when you're on PC, is that you have to make sure you have your audio set up before and then after to your headphones or your speakers. Otherwise, it will come out of this stick. You can plug in directly to this stick and then still use that to stream through OBS and all that stuff if you're a streamer or if you're recording gameplay. That will all still work. It's just very awkward. This was definitely something that was like very Gen 1, very meant for PS4, because it's not something that you have to deal with on the new Victrix, which I think is really cool because it has that little slider on the inside for PS4, PC, PS5. But like I said, I give this thing 10 meat spins out of 10. It's a dope stick. This 10 beanies out of 10, right? This is a really, really nice quality arcade stick that houses all the parts that I enjoy, has a really nice body, a great shape, and great weight. This is definitely one of the heavier arcade sticks I own. I wanted to get a Dragon, and after holding this and realizing, yeah, look, this is like the perfect weight, the Dragon would be way too fucking heavy for me. I might still buy it one day as a collector's piece to sit up here next to the Fighting Edge, but when it comes to tournament play, I think this is perfect. I think it's the perfect weight, perfect size. Only thing that would have made this arcade stick better is if it was a Vuelix, if it was a Noir layout, but it's not. And I've actually not even really thought about it too much because of the fact that I've been playing so much Street Fighter, and I really only use the first 3 buttons anyway, right? It doesn't really affect me for that pinky button, right? I only use it in things like Tekken for Rage Arts or Soul Calibur for Critical Edges or whatever they're called. I forgot. Oopsies. CE, Critical Edge. Yeah, I'm right. But in the games that I play, it hasn't really been an issue because I don't really use macros anyway. And I think it's a really nice arcade stick. I'm a big fan. Thank you for watching. If you guys are watching this on the YouTube, 1 month in review, Victrix Pro FS Rev 2 review. I appreciate it. Like the video if you found it helpful. Comment down below if you have a Victrix or want to own a Victrix. Maybe you're looking at these videos to decide if you want to buy the PS5 version, PS4 version. Maybe you found a random Xbox version lying around and you need it because now Xbox is deciding that they don't let third-party peripherals happen. Anyways, I digress. If for any of those reasons, you know, comment down below, like the video, subscribe to the channel. On my way to 500 subscribers. I would love to get to that so I could make some good old mucho dinero. Just kidding. I'd probably make pennies on the dollar. On YouTube, that'd be really nice. Anyways, this has been Beanie Thuggish on YouTube, talking about the Victrix Pro FS Rev 2, signing out and saying peace.